Hello, everyone. Today we're going to break from our regular programming of wrestling boxes because I was able to finally find another Star Trek box I have that, or I found a Star Trek box that I already have. So here, this is a little weird from what I can tell, but I bought this one. It was only $100, but it comes with 4 autographs in it. This is the Rittenhouse Archives and Inscriptions box. From what I understand, the set's a little weird. So it's a 60 card base set, but each one card has a lot of variations on it of basically different sayings for each one. So like card number 1 is Captain Picard, but there's 18 variations and each of them is a different thing, phrase that he says. Hopefully one's mirrored. I have no idea really. But it should contain 4 autographs, including 2 that are inscriptions. So let's bust this open and to see what's inside it. I imagine because this is another Rittenhouse, we'll get the full set, and it's going to be weird, and it's not going to be properly randomized. But let's dig into this, because I honestly really have no idea what's in this other than that it's $100 and it has 4 autographs, which is really what I bought it for. And oh, it's not just the inscription on the front. So, oh well, shit. We start out with the big get. So let's see. Oh, okay, so that's nice. I'm gonna try to guess where these are from, and I can't remember for this one. So here's Beverly Crusher. You have appointment in your cabin, Captain, with your bed. Sure, and then here's Go Madrid. You should prove to be an interesting challenge, possibly the most interesting to come through that door in many years. Picard. That's from the 4 Lights. And then here's an autograph from Mr. Home, who never fucking says anything. But here's him, an autograph of him signing it. Silence is golden. Okay, sure. Interesting. So we'll just pull that aside. First fucking pack. All right. Then Admiral Jameson, the guy who like steals people's life forces, so he wants to save lives. Well, here's Vash. You look like a man who could handle trouble. See, I thought these were literally going to be like the other set, the Women of Star Trek set, where it was literally just the phrase and that's it. But there's also, like, let's just flip one and look at a background where they give some description about when the thing was, so blah blah blah. But we're mostly just here for the phrase, I guess, is like the whole thing about this set. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So there's only 5 cards in each pack, and there's 24 packs. So this should hopefully go pretty fast. Because again, we're mostly just on the autograph hunt. Although, ooh, okay. That's intriguing. See, poverty was eliminated on Earth. You know, I'll just read them on the screen because it probably makes better. So, poverty was eliminated on Earth a long time ago, and a lot of other things disappeared with it. Helplessness, despair, cruelty. And, oh, here's Kivas Fajo. What a marvelous... A military pacifist. Tell me, whose dreadful decision was it to... Oh, okay. Interesting. And then, I guess... Oh, because this is from 2022. So what else? Here, yeah. Okay. There's a whole subset of Lower Deck characters. It doesn't have a phrase or anything, but it's shiny hollow foil. So there's a Mariner, and then there's the Traveler, just saying trust yourself. Okay, and here's Captain Garrett. Oh, that's a good one. You don't belong in our time any more than we belong in yours. That's a good one. I believe I've mentioned before, yeah, the production behind yesterday's Enterprise should not have worked. But it all came together nicely. Like, oh, okay, so here's a pack. Let's see. So here are 2 of the same card, but they're numbered. And then, okay, they're both, okay. So, like, on the back here, it says that is card number 3 for Data. Oh, I guess so. The card backs are all the same because there's this pack had two datas, but one has. Let's see. That says, "I am superior, sir, in many ways, but I would gladly give it up to be human." He said that to Q, I believe. Oh, and that's from what is it? Descent Part 2. Just after I had killed the Borg, I felt something. I believe it was pleasure. And then look, here's Spock. One can begin to reshape the landscape with a single flower, Captain. Oh, and believe that's probably the real Leia Brahms, not the hologram one. I know. Do you really need me to read these? I just put them up. I think you can read them yourself. You don't need. So the boy does well. No, I'm just gonna read them. Fly a ship and read. He doesn't even have any fun. Oh, I don't recall what that one was. Ugh. All right, so here's our So we've got. All right, let's just go through the other cards in the pack. Up, use your mind, not your mouth. From Lexana, trying to tell her daughter to speak psychically and not, or telepathically, not with her mouth, with words. I'm grateful. Oh, who the fuck is that? Paul Grodin? And oh, that's a good cue phrase. Jean-Luc, sometimes I think the only reason I come here is to listen to these wonderful speeches of yours. Oh, and Armis got a phrase here. And then, here's just Robin Curtis as Talera, who I've met at a con once, so this one means nothing to me. But here's her signing a card that says thank you. I already have a Robin Curtis autograph outside of this, so that's a real bummer to me. Alright, so let's see what else we got. So those are the two. What do they call them? Those are the phrase autographs, or the inscription autograph. There should still just be, I guess, two other autographs. I don't really understand how the set was put together, but cheapest way to get autographs. And then here's All right, then here's Ardra as the devil. I like my men to be forceful, at least from the start. Oh, then Captain Koros from when Riker transferred. And then, here's Galeron. I must speak with you, Picard. We'll have to move quickly if we have to be successful. Blah, 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 blah. The only world I've known is Calvada 3 from the Dalpin. And then here's the shiny card of Denise Crosby as Tasha. So, okay. So this is a weird set to put inserts in when, like, the whole basis of the set is that the set itself is full of parallels. Like, oh, fuck. I can't even do that math. How many you'd have to do to get a full set of all the variations? Because, like, all the main characters have, like, 18. And then almost, I'm looking at it, yeah, almost everybody else has 9. So you need to get, if you wanted to be a super completionist and get the complete set, which is, oh, somebody did the math for me on this page. There are 480 variations of these 60 base cards, which is ridiculous. But anyways, so like here's Worf. A Klingon never breaks his word. And then Damon Togg has a business proposition. Well, shit, that one's a duplicate. We got a duplicate Kivas Fago, including the phrase, which statistically I don't think should happen in this box, but I guess it can. So then there's Ira Graves. And then Yar talking about how she's going to die. And some Geordie phrases. Oh, that's him coming face to face with Dr. Brahms, I assume. And then there's Hugh the Borg. And then Olivia Dabo as Amanda Rogers. And then Tam Embram. Oh, he's the one who communicates with Tin Man. I literally wish that card just said Data on it, so you could hear it as Data, because she says it wrong, just to be contrarian and old and cranky. Huh. Okay. I guess I don't understand how this set works. Alright, so let's do... Oop. Well, here's Duras saying something in Klingon. I don't know enough that I can translate that, unfortunately. Okay, here's Cyrus Redblock saying something during Dixon Hill holodeck program. Oh, and then there's Rolaren being, let's call it difficult, and hey, alright. Yes, and of course Thaddeus Kuna would say that he's harmless when he's not. So then here is an autograph of the little girl from Imaginary Friend, who's the imaginary friend, saying she's never had a friend before. I didn't think that should technically be an inscription autograph, I think. Or maybe that's why that one's purple, I guess. Again, I don't understand how this set works. So we'll just keep going and we'll do a recap at the end. Yep. Let's see. Yep, Picard does have many talents, or at least his card in the CCG had a lot. Let's see. Some Captain Crusher doing some stuff. Oh, I literally just need to say how many lights are there, and then talking about mind reading. Right, they have a process that gives you your youth back that I took and stole. Which basically is isn't that basically the same storyline as Star Trek Insurrection? Which gets slighted. It's not great, but it's better than most people give it credit for. Oh, there's lore talking about humans. Commander Sela and her dislike of Vulcans. And then, okay. And then here's a whole card about Season 2 of Lower Decks. And then Cyrano Kohlrami, who basically got me in trouble once on Xbox Live, because I was playing Uno on Xbox Live, and I was not winning, and realized it was impossible for me to win, so I took a cue from Data, and rather than playing for the win, I played for the loss, and started deliberately challenging moves that I knew were right, and doing things to make the game go on longer, so that way when whoever eventually won, they'd get more points. And I got a nasty voice message from someone calling me all kinds of slurs. It was hilarious. And then here's, the warden from Shawshank saying stuff. Hey, all right. Let's go. All right, so, all right, Whoopi Goldberg saying some stuff. Oh, that's Data with Jenna Desora, who we don't have yet, but she might have a card. But here's Anson Cito Jaxa, who is the similar. And then Thomas Riker, And then, oh, look, so, alright, then there's Riker's dad. So let me... And then Admiral Nechayev, good for her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, I can hear the chippy eagerness in that quote when I read it. Oh, and there's Lal expressing her first set of emotions. And Captain Jellicoe being a dick. And then Alexander Rozhenko just being terrible. And then Kahless being Kahless. Or at least a reasonable cloned facsimile. Ah, okay. So this is cool. Alright, so here's one of Leffler's laws. That was good. Okay, and then Locutus. Another lower decks insert. Ambassador Sarek. And then, ooh, Professor Moriarty. Now, all these are people that you wouldn't think even had like 9 interesting things they said during their one guest appearance. But, you know, guess not. Okay. Alright, so then there's Amanda Rogers giving up her powers. And then Damon Bach still being all Captain Ahab. We did that exact Tom Riker. And then there's Max Headroom. I mean, alright. So then here is another... this is what I thought we were supposed to get 2 of, and maybe we still will. Maybe I finally got lucky and beat the odds on how many cards would be in one of these boxes. So that's just a regular autograph of... what's it say in the back here? Of Sherman Howard as Endar in Suddenly Human. Okay, sure. That's fine. Yeah, doctors do try to do that. And then, let's see, there's Commander Maddox. And I think that's Damon Bach saying something different. Dr. Song. And there's Miles O'Brien being as wholesome as Miles O'Brien ever was. Oh, these are hard to open. What the f... Alright. So let me demonstrate this fancy card here. So here, it's super die cut. I don't know if you can see that, but like here's a card to put behind it. And then you can kind of see as I move it oh yeah, look, it's all like mostly cut out and you can see through it. So that's a very interesting parallel. So I think we just. Alright, so let's. Amanda Rogers being more wholesome. Kivas Fahu still being a dick. Sarek being Vulcan. Vash being flirty. Yep. This is probably the best Riker quote. Some days you get the bear, some days the bear gets you. And then, oh look, there's Enterprise is bolded for some reason. Klingons. And Scotty. That is very true. And Worf needs to bone more. Even though in DS9 he eventually, you know, made him kind of a pussycat. Yep. Her name is Guinan. She tends bar and she listens. Yep. And then just what is this? This is. Oh, and then I guess there's a whole subset about the best of both worlds. Okay, sure. More. Kyle Riker. And then Chav telling them you can beat the shit out of the Borg, beat the shit out of the Borg. I think that one's the hologram Dr. Leia Brahms. I can't remember. We did that one. Oh, Dr. Stubbs. We did that one. Spock being illogical because of he's the only Vulcan who can be. Just tell Wesley to shut up. Do that. More best of both worlds. And, oh, that picture doesn't go with that because he was much older when he said that, and it was played by a different actor. That's a fistful of data. Saddle up. And more Kalas. Oh, I guess there's also a set about Encounter at Farpoint. Because there's the Q bubble at the beginning. Dr. Graves. I don't recall when she said that. Somehow I doubt that, Damon Togg. Somehow I doubt that. Oh, I guess Miles loves a challenge. I want to say that's from All Good Things, but I don't think it is. And Commander Maddox being a dick. I think we did that. Dr. Sung defending lore. Alright, we got 2 more packs here. Let's see if we actually get a 5th autograph. I doubt it. Stranger things have happened. Yeah. It's 3rd of 5. More Farpoint. Tam Enram also being a dick. Dr. Pulaski. Alright. And then last one. Nope. Alright. Oh, that's another good Riker quote. Although, I don't know. Even for 80s, Minuet wasn't... I mean, she was hot, but she was like 80s network television hot, so... And more Captain Jellicoe. And Dr. Moriarty being decidedly British. Ugh. Scotty being a miracle worker. And just Kalar telling us her name. Alright. So let me just go over these autographs real quick. We should have got two of just these signatures and 2 of these phrases, but we got 3 phrases, but we still ended up with 4, so that's great. Robert Curtis, and then Mr. Holm signing something even though he's silent. So there we go. Very odd set, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, that's it. All right, thanks everybody.